Morning driver, your passengers have just reclaimed their baggage from baggage claim and are looking forward to arriving into the city of Glasgow. Open the doors here and depart at 9:05. So open the doors by pressing T. Looking outside, the headlights are already set with Lua scripting. Destination says Glasgow Central and we're in unit 380-116. So we are following along train to Zulu 18, the 905 Glasgow International Airport to Glasgow Central. Because Glasgow Airport wasn't really actually built in real life, I had to make up my own little timetable for this. So starting at Glasgow International Airport, load passengers there before calling at Paisley Gilmore Street before arriving into Glasgow Central. So leaving at 9:05 and it's currently 9:04.5. So we have about 30 seconds before we leave for Glasgow Central. Next stop is Paisley Gilmore Street. So departing Glasgow International Airport, the speed limit is 25 miles an hour and we have 1.8 miles to Gilmore Street, where we join the line from Ayr and Gurrock. I probably pronounced Gurrock wrong. So crossing over onto the down main. I assume it's the down main. Maybe it's called track 1, track 2. Yeah, I've also had to zoom in the camera a bit because if I zoom fully out, the camera's like all the way out here. I can't really see the speedometer and the outside is just too small. So if I just zoom in by 1 notch on my mouse wheel, you get a better view. And I can actually read the speedometer. There's a plane taking off that way. Speed limit is now 35. So yeah, the 380 desperately needs some attention. The only thing that's happened to it is just an AP sound patch that's discontinued. That's it. Nothing else. Speed limit is now 45 miles an hour. So this is a scenario of my own creation, created for Inside a Gamer as part of his 10th scenario pack. Yes, 10th. Like, think about his scenario pack is that I tend to make them out of order. So I have an Excel spreadsheet with all of the scenarios in it, with my ideas, and I pick one that I actually want to make at that point in time. The reason I wanted to make this one first was because I wanted to drive a 380, wanted to drive the route, and the scenario shouldn't take too long to make. I also literally just finished making the scenario literally at 1 AM this morning. Miles per hour, 30. So we are now joining line from Gurrock and Wemyss Bay. Speed limit 60, but we have a danger aspect up ahead. I'm also using the AP weather. And the thing about this is that the AP weather isn't really supported. Oh, that's TPCBS. Well, the AP weather isn't really supported by the route, but it seems to be working. I didn't realise TPCBS was fitted to this train. Or it worked. So it would be really cool if AP do like a 380 enhancement. Maybe just make a completely new one. Because the thing about the 380 is that you can use it on a lot of different routes. You can use it on this route. Use it on West Coast Main Line North, Glasgow to Edinburgh, the electrified version. JT Edinburgh to Newcastle on the train to North Berwick. And there's a lot of potential for it. Or maybe at some point in the future someone can make a route between Glasgow Central and Ayr. Or maybe a Drogheda Harbour. Watching the danger aspects up ahead. So 403 on the left. The 403 car stop signs. And I completely missed it like I normally do. So arrival into Paisley Gilmer Street. Next stop is Glasgow Central, where the service terminates. Yeah, I can't actually move because there's a danger aspect up ahead. So we have approval to pass the signal at danger from the signal person. So as part of Paisley Gilmer Street, the speed limit is 45 miles an hour, and we have 7 miles to Glasgow Central. So lines to the right join from Ayr and Drogheda Harbour, where the line towards Drogheda Harbour splits off at Kilwinning, which I've actually been to in real life. So signal up ahead is playing a double yellow aspect. Get our screen, cool. Accelerate to 65 as we cross over onto the down airline. Is the down fast? Although the track is in the middle of the 3 tracks, so I guess it's the down avoid. Or the avoid. So yeah, we will be following this train all the way into Glasgow Central. So there's going to be a lot of AWS cancelling. So between here and Glasgow Central, we'll be passing through Hillington West, Hillington East, Cardonald, past Shields Depot, and then into Glasgow Central. So yeah, this line, I have been down here in real life in a 380 between Kilwinning and Glasgow Central. Even though that was many years ago. I think it was 2000 something or other. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Back before the 385s entered service. So all you had down here was just 380s. Lots and lots of 380s. Now approaching Hillington West with a 380 going to Gurrock to 1 Golf 21. So yeah, AP could do like an enhancement of this, or maybe create a brand new model, because this model is not particularly the best thing to work with, because it's about 10-12 years old. This is Hillington East. There's a 320 from Glasgow Airport to Glasgow Central. that one stops at all stations. This one is more of a fast service. So the majority timeline with this is that ScotRail run 2 trains an hour, so one every 30 minutes, between the airport and Glasgow Central. One train is like a fast train that stops only at Paisley Gilmore Street, and then the slower train, the other train, calls at all stations. Except that one was running really late. Maybe Network might do something in the future with Glasgow Airport. So next station will be Cardonald. Then after Cardonald, we will pass by Shields Depot, where ScotRail store their multiple units, or some of them, or like a great portion of them, before riding into Glasgow Central, where we're due into platform 2. You know, because this is a fictional service on a semi-fictional route. Yeah, I couldn't really route it into its normal platforms, like platforms like 10 to 15, because all the trains were using it, so I had to be creative and go to platform 2 and then reverse into siding, so other trains could use the platform. Yeah, I wanted to use platform 1, but there was a Pendo in platform 1. And platform 2 was empty. And also platforms, I think it was platforms 4 to 9 were empty for some reason. Yeah, it's fun trailing behind other trains because it keeps you alert. Oh wait, I guess the last station was Cardonald. It's because this is Shields Depot on the right. So what happens to my frame rate? It's normally smoother than this. So we Shields Depot, I'll put in a bunch of 320s, 214s, 380s, you know, EMUs. And someday, we will have a 385. Don't know who'll make it, probably Dovetail or something. But a 385 will be very welcome in TS. Because it's desperately needed. Well, it is the same with a lot more modern units like 700s and 195s and 331s. We need these trains in TS, otherwise TS is going to get stale. And then new people to TS were expecting these brand new trains, but they're not there, so they're not really interested in it. So we should be into Glasgow Central in about a mile. Signal yellow, which means the next signal will be at danger. I am very surprised that TPWS does work in these units, given its age. So I'm pretty sure this route is like the OG DLC route, like the first third-party route. Not third-party, I think it was... didn't come with the base TS or Rail Simulator. straighty going to Drossen Harbour. Slowly pulling up to this danger aspect. Because if you look out here, the scenery, it is pretty barren out here. Yeah, this route could do with a refresh. A complete redesign. Even though I think that's what suburban Glasgow did before it was discontinued. Why is this route full of broken signals? Maybe it's just a scenario. Maybe it's a scenario being an arse. So line from the right, join from I think it's Barhead, Carlisle. I think it's a Cathcart Circle as well. Yeah, Glasgow, the south of Glasgow is very expansive. Like, very expansive. It's massive. But definitely not as big as London. Definitely not as big. Yellow on line Bravo. So speed limit is going down to 15 as we enter Glasgow Central. Single yellow platform 2. So in Glasgow Central we have 380s, a 156 and a Pendo. And a 314. So yeah, when I was looking at real-time trains this morning, it was pretty empty. Pretty empty given that it's like 25 past 9. Maybe because all the trains left. Yeah, I don't think platform 2 is where you would expect to find a 380. Mainly like a Voyager, a Pedalino, or a 350, or the Cuddle and Sleeper. Gonna slow down to 10 miles an hour just so I don't trip the TPWS. So frame rate, I'm getting about 47-ish. I think the 380 on the left is going to Edinburgh, I think. So, arrived in Glasgow Central and then reverse into a siding to finish off with. So arrival into Glasgow Central. This is now service 5 Zulu 18. Switch cabs here and shut the train into siding number 3 to finish off with. That needs to be... oh, there it is. So departing Glasgow Central, the speed limit is 15 miles an hour and we have 0.42 miles to siding number 3. So this train is now empty. It's just like the narrative that I came up with. This platform will be used by other trains, other intercity trains. So I have to wait into the siding until we have a platform clear so we can go back towards the airport. Going out on line Bravo, crossing over the River Clyde. Again. yellow with a route indicator of Sierra, or S, which in the phonetic alphabet is Sierra. Spelled S-I-E-R-R-A. So yeah, I thought I'd put in this like nice little shunt move just to finish off things. So this is the end of the video and the end of the scenario. So I hope you enjoyed me driving this 380 from the airport into Central. Subscribe for more train content, there's a lot of it. I think this is video 203 of train sim. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you are so inclined. Like the video as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Also join my Discord and Twitter. Link in the description.